Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this opening Saturday edition of Thoroughbred Action here at Gulfstream Park in 2019. Jason Blewett catching up with you. This is a stacked and loaded 11-race card. 5 stakes in the mix, a lot of ground to cover. Up to Pete Aiella we go for much more.
Sunny and 75 here in South Florida today with an 11-race program, 5 of which are stakes events. The first of the day over the fast main track at 6 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. Scratch the 3 and 4. Gary Bain rides the 5, Dancing Noel. First race favorite, number 8, Song of Melody.
Racing at Gulfstream. From the center, that's Princess Nola, who gets the first call. Super Witch has speed outside in My Cotton Rose. Song of Melody, the first race favorite, is outsprinted on the turn back. She'll land 4th. Back to 5th is Between Horses, Cowtown Jane, then Tormented to Oro. Dancing Noelle is 3 wide, and Flying Girl is at the back of the field as they head to the half-mile point. With the advantage, it's Princess Noel, badgered outside by My Cotton Rose. Their heads apart. Back to 3rd and Super Witch. Then it's 2 back to Song of Melody. She starts to put her best foot forward now. She's racing into a joint 3rd, only 2 lengths off this lead. Then it's a 5-length margin to Tormented Oro ahead of Cowtown Jane and Dancing Noel. Out the back door is Flying Girl as they race to the top of the stretch. Song of Melody making a 3-wide thrust to the front. Princess Noel tries to cut the corner and fight on from Between Horses and My Cotton Rose. Running home a bit is Tormented Oro as they're at the top of the stretch. Song of Melody comes away with the lead. Song of Melody now by 2.5. Princess Noel is second toward the inside and Tormented Oro. Super Witch is down the stand side, but at 4-5, put a ring around Song of Melody. She's kicking clear with authority. Song of Melody for Antonio Sato and Luis Saez to win the opener, wrapped up by 6. Super Witch second, Princess Noel third, then Tormented to Oro and Flying Girl.
Number 8, Song of Melody, had moved barns a lot of times lately, but she continues to hold her form well. She wins right back for the new connections today of trainer Antonio Sato and Leouf Racing Stable. Leading jockey Luis Saez on board. She turned back no problem and delivers in the opening race. Second race today, the start of the early pick 4 and the first stake of the afternoon. The second running of the Limehouse at 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds racing for $75,000. A field of 7. Off-time favorite was the 6, Final Jeopardy.
And they're off in the Limehouse. Seismic Jolt away quickly. Mercutio has speed. Moving at the rail, here's Running for Riz, offensive-minded, and Running for Riz takes the lead in the run down the backstretch. Mercutio ridden out of there to try to get second from Between Horses. Combination is right with him. Seismic Jolt won the start but settles in 4th. 2 back to Splice, the main brace. Second last early is Shinamato, and the favorite Final Jeopardy has pace to chase but is last of the 7 inside half a mile from home. The opening quarter was 22-1 as they round the far turn. Running for Riz has the lead. Combination is alongside Mercutio in second. 4 wide Seismic Jolt. Splice the main brace is next. 4 clear of Chinamato. And now starting to roll from the back is Final Jeopardy. There's less than 5/16 to go. Mercutio just dropped anchor. Taking the lead now is Seismic Jolt. Seismic Jolt off the turn in front. Combination to the attack now from the outside and Splice the main brace as they wheel in. Seismic Jolt set down for the drive and kicks away to a 2-length lead. Splice the main brace is out after him second. Down the center in combination. Final Jeopardy just at that one pace trying to get a slice, but Seismic Jolt is clear. It's Seismic Jolt for E5 and Stone Street to win by 3 in the end. Second Splice the main brace. Up for third was Final Jeopardy. Finishing 4th was Combination, then Running for Riz.
Number 5, Seismic Jolt, coming out of a super live maiden score. He did it in quick time. He backs up that win with a stake success here this afternoon under a strong ride from Tyler Gaffleon, the son of Cantharos. Out of the Concord's 2 mare Valid Concord has some serious ability for E5 Racing Thoroughbreds and Stone Street Stable. Dave Fawkes, the winning trainer. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back right after this.
One of the world's most anticipated thoroughbred racing events of the year returns. The 3rd annual Pegasus World Cup Invitational at Gulfstream Park in South Florida. Drawing competition from around the world with a $16 million purse split between 2 Grade 1 races. On the dirt and on the turf. Experience the incredible fashion, spectacular world-class service and entertainment, and the unrivaled adrenaline of the Pegasus World Cup Invitational. Saturday, January 26th at Gulfstream Park. Get your tickets now at PegasusWorldCup.com.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon. 7 furlongs over the main track. Maidens of the special weight variety. A field of 6 signed on. Favorites for 5, Growth Engine, and 6, Global Campaign.
Racing in the West Point Thoroughbreds Race of the Day. Good start for Global Campaign on the outside. From between horses, Mr. Edgar moving out the rail. Laughing Bobby is up to challenge. Away in fourth is Growth Engine. Back at the inside, Throwdown is fifth, and only about 3 lengths behind, Rye Humor is last. Down the backstretch they go, and with the Lothenbach colors on, Laughing Bobby leads the way by a neck. On the outside, Global Campaign is there second. Mr. Edgar is now third. 2.5 clear of Growth Engine, who races in fourth under Castellano. Then it's down to the rail and Throwdown. 5 to the trailer, Rye Humor, and there's a half a mile left to go. The opening quarter was 22-3 as they swing to the far turn. Laughing Bobby in front under Lenderos by a neck. Turning up the pressure is the favorite Global Campaign from second. Back to third and Mr. Edgar running coming on the outside from Growth Engine. He's into third now. Down at the inside and Throwdown. Nothing yet from Rye Humor. That's all for Laughing Bobby. He'll have to do better than that, as taking the lead is Global Campaign. Global Campaign in front, immediately tackled by the fellow firster, Growth Engine on the outside. Back to third is Laughing Bobby. Trying to run home from the back is Rye Humor, and they're at the top of the stretch. Luis Saez in Global Campaign confidently handled at the 3/16 and moving to a 3-length lead. Growth Engine is there second. Laughing Bobby battles for third with Rye Humor, but at the 16th pole, it's all about Global Campaign. The son of Curlin comes ready to roll, and he's a wrapped-up winner. 4 in the end. Growth Engine was second. Rye Humor was third. Laughing Bobby finished fourth.
Word was out on the son of Curlin as number 6, Global Campaign, takes all the late money and really dazzles in victory here today, winning wrapped up under Luis Saez, who gets his second winner today. Stanley Huff, the winning trainer of Windstar Farm and Sagamore Farm. It was 5, Growth Engine, with a useful debut second, ahead of the 2, Rye Humor, who closed a lot of ground to get third. We move to the fourth race of the afternoon at 7 furlongs over the main track. Maiden claimers in for $50,000. A field of 9. The favorites were 5, Marina View, and 7, She Loves It.
And they're off. Good start from between horses for Chic and Sexy. Far outside, Purple Girl is offensive-minded. Here's the favorite, Marina View. Mercy races between horses. On her outside, Caroline Lois now finds her feet and moves into a joint second. Back to fifth is Little Evie. Then comes Hot Fudge Honey racing ahead of Super Tap. Newcomer She Loves It is second last, and Lady Furbine is last of all as they chase Purple Girl to the half-mile point. It's Purple Girl in front, a length and a quarter, through a quarter in 22-4. Up to second is Caroline Lois, to the inside of Chic and Sexy, who's racing from third. She Loves It, starts to figure it out. She's moving up on the outside in the red and white, all the way up into a joint fourth, alongside Marina View. So the favorites are 2 lengths off the lead, trying to make moves. Then from the back in Super Tap, Little Evie is dropped back, and Lady Furbine is last. There's 3 furlongs left to run in the race, and Purple Girl let out a notch by jockey Leonel Reyes and leads the way by a neck. Caroline Lois is now asked to quicken by Alvarado and is up alongside second. She Loves It as a driven third, but she continues to gain. These top 3 have moved ahead of the others with less than a quarter of a mile to go. From between horses, Caroline Lois for a narrow lead. Purple Girl cuts the corner and fights back second. She Loves It down the center is now third. There's an eighth of a mile to go. Caroline Lois asked to finish the job by Alvarado. She's an eighth of a mile from home, with She Loves It to deal with on the outside. 16th to go. Caroline Lois finding up front. 9-2 the price. Caroline Lois, the winner. She Loves It was second. Third was Purple Girl. Running home fourth was Super Tap in 1:27-3.
Milestone victory for trainer Dale Romans as number 6, Caroline Lois, gives him win number 2,000 here today under a great ride from Robbie Alvarado. Robbie's been doing very good things on speed horses lately. The owner of this Son or Daughter of Painter is Robert Barone. Second, number 7, She Loves It, who was a bit green and will be better next time, ahead of the 9, Purple Girl, who ran third. We move to the 5th race of the afternoon, the Ginger Brew on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Scratch number 9, Bella Ciao. The favorite was the 1, Pivotina.
And they're off in the Ginger Brew. From the center, Red Rounder begins quickly. So does Nonsense from her inside. And out the rail, Boxwood's going to mix it up. These three go quickly. Far outside, Beechwood Ella is keyed up, and she's going to be very wide on that first turn run. Just behind him is What a Beaut, who's taken in hand while a bit keen herself. Third last is Fortunate Girl. Second last is Shooby Dooby Doo. And the favorite Pivotina is last of the 8 as they round the first turn. It's Boxwood with the inside edge and the lead under Brian Hernandez from Nonsense, who's racing second. Red Rounder backed off to be third. Beechwood Ella gets over to race in the 2-path fourth, followed by What a Beaut, who's on hold fifth. Outside in sixth is Fortunate Girl. The two at the back, Shooby Dooby Doo and Pivotina. 22-2 for the opening quarter speed. We're half a mile from home in the Ginger Brew, and Boxwood continues to lead. Nonsense on the outside is now second. Here's a mid-race move. 3 wide from Fortunate Girl. Ortiz is sending her forward. That'll force Mirage's hand on Beechwood Ella. Meanwhile, Red Rounder waits her turn toward the rail, and What a Beaut looks for racing room for Paco. Castellano has Pivotina way out in the center while trying to launch an attack. Held up between horses is Shooby Dooby Doo. The entire field separated by 3 lengths as they run to the top of the stretch. From between horses, Beechwood Ella, 3 wide, Fortunate Girl, Pivotina, 4 wide. What a Beaut wants into the clear. Red Rounder is next as Boxwood tries to hold him off here. 1/8 of a mile to go. Boxwood has the lead. Fortunate Girl trying to get out and go get her. Down the center and Pivotina with the late say. It's Boxwood in front. Pivotina lunging late. Boxwood, Pivotina, Boxwood. Boxwood and Brian Hernandez Jr. turned away all challenges to win the Ginger Brew in 1:30-2.
Can't say enough good things about the effort put forth today by number 2, Boxwood. She took all the pressure and faced challenges pretty much every step of the way, but she had enough in the tank to get the victory under a great ride from Brian Hernandez Jr., Freddie Keneally, and owner William Pate. Second one, Pivotina, who just missed ahead of number 5, Red Rounder, ran third. Time for a commercial timeout. Turf racing in the Rainbow Six when we come back right after this.
And Go Zipper is pulling away. Zapper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Ozama again has won. Go Zapper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program, the start of the Rainbow Six and 1 mile over the turf. Claimers in for $16,000. Scratch the alternates 13 through 16. A field of 12. This was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Picture perfect beginning. From the center, Harlan's Hunch gets the first call. Bird Humor was away smoothly. Racing between horses is Remember the Main. Far outside, that's 2-step time. Going to be caught about 4 or 5 deep. Saving ground while a bit keen is Lewis Vale. He's in the 2-path. At the rail goes Wake Me Up at Noon to race into the top 3. A length and a half then to Ere Bueno. Then it's a gap of 2 to Could Be, ahead of Dave Hoden and Erasmo's Dream. Another 2 lengths back to 2nd Street. He's second last, and the early trailer is Fast Fire. Around the first turn they go. They went 23-1 for a quarter speed. Up front, Harlan's Hunch and Brian Hernandez call the shots. Remember the Main is second. Bird Humor is third. At the rail, fourth, Wake Me Up at Noon, followed fifth by Lewis Vale. To his outside goes 2-step time, racing 3 clear of Ere Bueno. Another 3 to Dave Hote outside of Could Be. Erasmo's Dream, the favorites, had some pace to chase, but he's dropped better than 10 lengths behind. 2 in front of 2nd Street. Fast Fire remains at the back. They went the opening half mile in 47 seconds flat as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. 3 wide, Bird Humor, the first to make a serious bid. In between horses, the Remember the Main, Wake Me Up at Noon looking for racing room. From the back, Erasmo's Dream picking off horses. He'll have to wheel 5 or 6 wide, and they're at the top of the stretch. Bird Humor and Jonathan Gonzalez come away with the lead, immediately tackled by the favorite, who's on the far outside, Erasmo's Dream on a roll, trying to split horses. Wake Me Up at Noon, ducking to the rail and Could Be. In between horses, Lewis Vale, they're swarming in here. With the lead now, Lewis Vale from between. At the inside, Wake Me Up at Noon. Down the center, and the favorite, Erasmo's Dream. Lewis Vale digging in. Lewis Vale prevails. Lewis Vale for Tyler G. got the money. Close then for second. Erasmo's Dreamer, Wake Me Up at Noon.
Number 5, Lewis Vale was a tepid morning line favorite here at 7-2. The morning line maker Jay Stone was right about his ability, but wrong about the price. He got 8-1 on the son of Flower Alley, who prevails gamely under Tyler Gaffleone, for Peter Walder and owners Walder Racing and Paradise Farm. Second, number 2, Erasmo's Dream, and third was the 3, Wake Me Up at Noon. We move to the 7th race and the start of the late pick 5, the Glitter Woman. Second running of this race, a 6-furlong, $75,000 event with a field of 8. Heavily favored, number 3, Fancy Dress Party.
And they're off in the Glitter Woman. Good start from between horses for the big favorite, Fancy Dress Party, who heads off for the early lead. Brunette Princess is fired up and will race right alongside early from Mir, who's away a joint third. Paula Andrea's 3 wide from between horses. Love My Honey out 4 wide is Midtown Rose. A gap of 4 to Horologist, and Jeltrin is last. They make their way to the half-mile point, and with the advantage, it's still on the inside Brunette Princess, and on the outside Fancy Dress Party. They've gone quickly, and they're only a length better than an improving run from Love My Honey. Midtown Rose is 4 wide, Mira's back to 5th. Then Paula Andrea 4 clear of Horologist, who tries to get underway, and the trailer remains Jeltrin as they run to the top of the stretch. 22-1 for a quarter speed. Fancy Dress Party has put away Brunette Princess. Still has challenges, though, as up on the outside, here's Midtown Rose. Backpedaling is Love My Honey from the back, and Horologist. Top of the lane, Luis Saez, and the favorite Fancy Dress Party, now an 1/8 of a mile from home and 2 on top. Brunette Princess tries to come back for more. A late run at the rail from Jeltrin, but inside the final 16th, this is a coming out party for Fancy Dress Party, as she's an easy winner of the Glitter Woman. She'll win wrapped up by 4-5. Very close for second, either Brunette Princess or Horologist. Jeltrin finished 4th in 1:11-4.
Number 3, Fancy Dress Party justifies the money as she powers to victory under Luis Saez, giving him his 3rd winner of the afternoon. This one for Ben Colebrook and owners Ellen J. Foxwoods. Look for this daughter of Munnings to make a big splash in the sprint scene as the 3-year-old campaign goes forward. Second, number 6, Horologist, and third was the 1, Brunette Princess. We move to the 8th race now, the start of the late pick 4, 1 mile on turf. Claimers in for $30,000. Scratch the 13, Electro, a field of 12. Favorite was the 3, the Man Behind the Man.
And they're off. From the rail, Taxman gets the first call and fires to the top with a host of pursuers. Out wide, Vassy and Painter's Boy trying to get over. Same idea for Andronikos, and Andronikos is going quickly to challenge for the lead. Dropping over into the 2 path is Incheski to race about 3 lengths off the lead. Going just ahead of him is Geodude. He's down toward the rail. Followed at the rail by the Man Behind the Man. Then comes Good Old Boy. Outside of him is Painter's Boy, and 3 wide is Storm Peak. He's about 7 lengths behind. The Gray, Get the Faxes next, and on his outside is Appreciado. Joe's Bold Cat is at the back of the field as they head down the backstretch. Up on the outside, it's a narrow lead for Andronikos, with Taxman right back at him second. These two a length and a half better than third running Vassy. Geodude is racing from 4th, back to 5th in Chesky. Then the Man Behind the Man. Out 3 wide on the course is Painter's Boy, with Storm Peak a length and a half behind him. Dropping back to last now is the Gray, Get the Facts, passed outside by an improving Joe's Bold Cat. Appreciado and Good Old Boy both need to get underway through a 47-second half mile. Around the far turn they go, and Andronikos committed for home now, leads by 2.5. Taxman is there second from the back, and the Man Behind the Man. He's 3 wide and on the attack. Appreciado is next. Good Old Boy's got no place to go. Re-rallying from the back is Get the Facts as they wheel in. Andronikos trying to kick clear. The Man Behind the Man has him in his crosshairs now. These two well clear of the others, less than an 1/8 to go. The Man Behind the Man and Javier Castellano have power to the front. Andronikos is back to second. The Man Behind the Man, front and center. Second, Andronikos. Third, Appreciado in 1:35-4.
With a good stretch kick, the favorite gets it done to start the late pick 4. Number 3, the Man Behind the Man, front and center. For trainer Marcus Vitale and jockey Harry Javier Castellano, owned by Mary Beth and Gary Reese, Frank Catapano, and Mitchell Goldberg. Favorite a winner to start the late pick 4. Second, number 10, Andronikos, and third was the 6, Appreciado. We move to the 9th race now, the 7th running of the Kitten's Joy Stakes on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Field of 9, all eyes on the 9, Henley's Joy.
Racing and the Kitten's Joy Stakes. From the rail, Royal Earn begins well. Sent up on the outside, Dakota's Dude wants some forward position. Racing in between horses is Shazier alongside Casa Creed as they charge to the first turn. Bourbon and May is 3 wide. 4 wide is Dakota Dude. Settling in is Louder Than Bombs. Sterling Drive is next. Henley's Joy is now third last. Second last is Moon Colony, and Shazier is last. To the backstretch they run with Royal Earn on top by a length and a half. Casa Creed is second. To the outside, and Bourbon and May races from third. Sterling Drive at the inside is fourth. 3 wide. Fifth is Louder Than Bombs. Then Dakota's Dude. Down at the inside races Henley's Joy. The big favorite is about 5.5 lengths off the lead, while 2 in front of Moon Colony, who 3 is 3 clear of Shazier, who's last. The opening quarter was 24-2. They raced to the half-mile point with the advantage. Royal Earn by a half mile and 49 flat. Into the far turn on top from Casa Creed second. Bourbon and May is third. 4 wide, Louder Than Bombs. Sterling Drive is next. Henley's Joy creeping closer with Not Being Asked for his best. 2 better than Moon Colony, then Dakota's Dude and Shazier with a quarter of a mile left to go. Royal Earn has the lead. Casa Creed to the attack. Henley's Joy is going to have to peel 6 wide, and they're at the top of the lane. Royal Earn got a soft half mile, and he's digging in gamely. To the attack, Casa Creed is second. Down the center, Henley's Joy is motoring now. Inside the 16th pole, it's Casa Creed for the lead. Henley's Joy takes a late surge. It's a photo finish that goes to Casa Creed. Casa Creed and Johnny V outkicked Henley's Joy to the wire in 1:30.3.
Number 9, Henley's Joy, kind of got unlucky. They went very slow in the second quarter, and that gave the advantage to number 5, Casa Creed, who was stalking the pace setter. He kicked on to outfinish the favorite and get the win. Trainer Bill Mott and jockey John Velasquez. Casa Creed owned in partnership by JEH Racing, LRE Racing Stable. Time for a commercial break. The Mucho Macho Man and the Late Daily Double on the other side of this timeout. Back now for race number 10 on the program, 7th running of the Mucho Macho Man, 1 mile over the main track. 3-year-old Skip. The Florida Derby Trail started today. The betting favorite was number 4, Code of Honor.
Racing in the Mucho Macho Man Stakes. Gladiator King was kind of bounced around at the start, but he still is looking out for the early lead. Trophy Chaser and Well Defined are away in good shape. Up on the outside, Mijos looking to get over. Code of Honor's at the back of the field with Garter and Tide just ahead of him as the pace appears strong out of the chute. It's long shot Gladiator King in from Tampa and 2.5 in front. Well Defined taking up some slack second. Trophy Chaser on the outside third. Garter and Tide is now fourth. Moving to be fifth is Code of Honor. And now the trailer is Mijos. They start to slacken the tempo a bit through the opening quarter in 23 seconds flat. 5 furlongs left to go. With the advantage, it's Gladiator King a length and a half. Now moving up on the outside, Mijos. That's going to send Johnny V into action on Code of Honor. So he's 3 wide on the favorite, 4 wide Mijos. Meanwhile, Well Defined wants off the fence and Trophy Chaser wants to go on the attack. So a lot of movement mid-race. Meanwhile, Gaffleone sat chilly on Garter and Tie. He has him in a pocket toward the rail. All 6 in with a chance through a 45 and 2 half mile. They run past the 5/16 with Trophy Chaser now taking a narrow lead. Well Defined tries to hang with him second on the outside in Mijos. Code of Honor is going to have to do a bit better than that. Garter and Tie's held up in traffic and Gladiator King is last, and there's a quarter of a mile left to go. Trophy Chaser let go by Leonel Reyes and 2.5 on top. From the outside it's Mijos. From between horses Garter and Tie. Then it's Code of Honor. Final 1/8 of a mile. Trophy Chaser trying to get home. Mijos going to try to nail him on the money. This is going to get close as Mijos starts to get some ground. Here's Mijos. Mijos is in time. Mijos ran down Trophy Chaser to win the Mucho Macho Man. Garter and Tie was third. Code of Honor disappoints at 4-5 and settles for fourth in 1:37 and 2.
Great job of race riding here by jockey Jose Ortiz. He did not allow the favorite Code of Honor to get comfortable at all. Meanwhile, his horse, Mijos, was a very game winner of today's Mucho Macho Man, kicking down the stretch and running down Trophy Chaser for Jimmy Jerkins and Centennial Farms. Again, a great race ride from Jose Ortiz. To the 11th and final race now on turf at around 2 turns, 7.5 furlongs the journey here. Maidens of the special weight variety, scratched for 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. A field of 11. This was a wide open betting race.
and runners away. From between horses, Wild One Forever was away well. So too was Sambesser down toward the inside. Betterment has speed, and Jerome Avenue away in the top flight. Farther out in Beekeeper. So the 5 first-timers are across the course here in the charge to the first turn. With the rail advantage, Sambesser now leads the way by a half a length. In the two-path racing in second is Wild One Forever. Beekeeper caught the worst of it around that first turn. Tugging on the inside is Sky Chief. Jerome Avenue is out 3 wide. Settled behind the top flight is Secret Path, only 3 lengths off the lead. Then back to Super Villain. Fiery Tail is settled down at the inside for Landero's third last. Second last is Freedom's Flight. Salt King is last of all. The opening quarter was 23 seconds flat. Down the backstretch they go. Sambesser has the lead now by a neck. Up on the outside, Jerome Avenue is there second. From the outside and third is Beekeeper. Sky Chief is fourth. Betterment is fifth. Then comes Secret Path, followed out wide by Super Villain, who tries to launch an attack. Wild One Forever has lost a bit of ground. Fiery Tail's trying to get underway. Still at the back, Salt King and Freedom's Flight. 47-1 for the opening half mile. Around the far turn they go. And with the advantage, it's Sambesser and Jose Ortiz in front. From the outside, Sky Chief is loose and takes a run at him second. Betterment is now third. Trying to punch forward for Leparoux with a quarter of a mile left to go. Sambesser strong here, has the lead. Sky Chief to the attack is second. Betterment trying to lug in while third. Late run from Fiery Tail. Final eighth of a mile. Sky Chief trying to gun down Sambesser. Sambesser, Sky Chief, Sambesser, Sambesser! Jose Ortiz sweeps the late daily double. Sambesser the winner in 1:30-2.
Funny how horse racing works. Trainer Shug McGahee had John Velasquez on his horse in race number 10 and was beat by Jose Ortiz. In the 11th race, Jose Ortiz rode for Shug McGahee. Same result, however, for Jose as Jose Ortiz and Sambesser, the newcomer, get the job done. Shug gets a little satisfaction after a disappointing run in race 10. He wins race 11. Second 3, Sky Chief. Third was the 9, Betterment. Carryover in the Rainbow 6 marching forward to Sunday of more than $40,000.
Congratulations to everybody today, the winner of the Mucho Macho Man, the supporting stakes. I was really taken with Seismic Jolt, who upset the field in the Limehouse back in the second. He is a Florida bred who's got a lot of ability. We do it all again here tomorrow. Don't forget, an 11-race Sunday card, a first race post of a little after 12 noon. And we'll see you tomorrow right here on Thoroughbred Action.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.